And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center this morning as Video Productions presents Raleigh County Middle School Day. This is the first of 4 games here this morning on into the afternoon. This is the third place game here for the county of Raleigh County for the middle school, and it's a girls game between 2 and 16 Independence and 6 and 12 Trap Hill. Hello again, everybody, this morning. I'm Maris Lowry. Eric Thomas will join us momentarily, but in the meantime, we have Maddie Belcher here, and Maddie will be in at least for 2 games we know, hopefully the whole day, as we have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and the brains of the outfit, Faith Alexander, on camera. Well, Maddie, first of all, I got to say good morning.
Good morning. This is a very early game.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. I know that you played for Park Middle, and when you played in a game this early, what's the routine like? Especially take us back to, say, like the night before, like when you're going to bed, like when you know you got that early game. Are you able to sleep really well, or are you tossing and turning thinking, I don't want to oversleep, and you're thinking about the game? What's that like?
I feel like definitely tossing and turning is, what most of the night was like before. Because, playing in middle school, the Armory felt like this huge place, and it was very nerve-wracking to play there for the first few times.
Yeah, of course, right. And most of these teams, in fact, all of these teams that are playing here this morning, this afternoon, like I said, there's 4 games, the third place game of girls and boys, the championship game of girls and boys, but none of these players have played in this building this year that I'm aware of. Most of them, like I said, you're just playing your regular middle school gym, and now you play in this big Armory with the big open space. It is much different than what most girls and some of the boys, when we get to play, are accustomed to.
Yeah, it's definitely a different atmosphere. I think it can also be kind of intimidating, but that's just where the players, have to stick to what they know and, just perform how they can.
Yeah, most of the games, of course, are always in the evening. They play maybe a few afternoon games, but most of them are all in the evening. Now, what's it like to play this early in the morning?
I think it's definitely also something to adjust to. It can be kind of hard, to keep your head on straight and know everything that you're trying to do this early in the morning, and honestly that just comes down to being prepared and just having your focus in for the game.
And I think that's the whole key, being prepared, because I know it's not like your normal routine, and I know athletes and just people in general have this normal routine that you have to go through, but I think that the team that can adapt the best by playing, changing their routine and playing an early morning game might be the team that might have the upper hand.
Yeah, I think definitely the team that, has come prepared, has come to, win today. They definitely are making the changes and making the adaptations that they need to make for this early of a game.
All right, so it'll be 2 and 16 Independence against 6 and 12 Trap Hill. We're going to tip off in about 10 minutes. We'll take a first break, come back, get you ready for this girls' third place game here in the Raleigh County Middle School Championship Day here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert Z. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. I'm Maris Lowry with Maddie Belcher, getting you ready for this girls' third place game. And the game here this morning is brought to you in part by Infinity Co. Infinity Co. offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with a dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. You can apply for a job with Infinity Co. You can apply online at the Facebook page at United Co. Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia, West Virginia. Also, the game this morning brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. If you have a plumbing problem, the only number you need to know is 304-253-HELP for Modley's. Well, Maddie, both teams still going through their warm-ups. We're about 5 or 6 minutes away from tipping this game off. It'll be 2-16 Independence, Trap Hill 6-12. So tell me, how many times in your middle school / high school career that you can think of where you played a game this early, 10 o'clock in the morning?
I can't think of very many. It's definitely a rare and different situation for a team to play this early.
Now, last year, correct, when you played at Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, you played at the state tournament. Didn't that game start at 9:30 in the morning?
That was an early game. That was definitely something that we had to adapt to, and it brought a couple challenges, but we came and we did as well as we could.
Right. So you prepare the same way. I think the biggest thing is maybe the mental preparation to prepare yourself for the game, because you probably already know all the other physical stuff and all the other stuff that you've worked on the entire year.
Yeah, it's definitely the night before playing a morning game. It plays a big part in, I think, how you perform the next morning. Like getting a good sleep, and also just, like you said, taking care of your body, make sure that you're eating something good that'll fuel you in the next morning, and definitely just getting your mind ready.
Well, both teams are going through their warm-ups. We're going to take one final break. Eric's made his way into the building. He'll be joining us momentarily. So we'll take a break, come back, and get you ready for this third-place game in the girls between 2-16 Independence and 6-12 Trap Hill here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And boy, if you're not awake by now, you will be with the loud music that they're playing here as Eric Thomas has now joined us. And, Maddie, talking about, your morning routine. Eric had to go through his morning routine. That's why he's a little late. We'll let him slide a little bit for being a little late this morning.
That's exactly what I did, slid here.
Yeah. All right. This morning's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night from 10 o'clock to midnight. You can reserve your lane by dialing them up at 304-253-7328. Also, the game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store with locations in Beckley and Princeton. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll have the playing of the national anthem, and we'll tell you the starters, and we'll be ready to play ball on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance. We've got your back office.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Maddie Belcher and Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Faith Alexander on camera. We're going to have the playing of the national anthem. We're going to take a quick break, come back and get you ready for the starting lineup and the tip of this morning's game right after this on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
They have 2 Chloes. Chloe Cunningham.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. We're getting you ready for the 3rd place game of this girls matchup between Independence 2 and 16. Independence being introduced now. They'll be wearing the dark uniforms, navy blue trimmed in white. Trap Hill will be wearing the white uniforms. As we look how this played out, Maddie and Eric, it was Park beating Independence 39-20 earlier in the week. And then Shady beat Trap Hill 43-21. So Shady punched their ticket to take on Park, and then Independence with the win, or actually Park with the win will take on Park will play Shady in another game. Anyway, these teams have already played once in this tournament, and that's how they got here, by losing their first game in the semifinals. So as we take a look at the starting lineup, first of all, for Independence, they are 2-16. They're coached by Larry Cunningham. They'll go with Whitaker, Moore, Wood, Cunningham, and Alderman. And for Trap Hill, they enter the ball game 6-12. They'll go with Meadows, Yates, Hatcher, Bowman, and Cooper. I'm glad you're with us this morning. I'm Maris Lowry, Maddie Belcher, and Eric Thomas here with us. And have your morning coffee and get ready for some middle school basketball. That's if you drink coffee. I don't know if you drink coffee, Maddie. I'm not a coffee drinker, but
I think recently I just started drinking coffee because I have to get up early now.
Get that little pep in your step going, right?
Hey, whatever works for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are ready to go. These are 6-minute quarters. And in the center circle for Trap Hill will be Alexis Bowman, and she will jump against Jordan Wood for Independence, and Independence will control the tip. So Independence, Maddie and Eric will have first crack at it.
And Maris, it's always imperative early in the game when both teams getting used to the backdrop. I know we always talk about it, but it's so different than playing in the gymnasium.
Well, you know, Eric, it's odd that you bring that up, and maybe not odd, because that's something Maddie and I had talked about before you got here, because, you know, where you're always playing in the middle school gymnasium, there's a turnover. And then not only that, you're playing in this big building and this early in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just the backdrop alone. It's amazing what that wall can do behind the basket as opposed to open space.
Another thing too, Maddie, you know, he was a former player at Park and then at Beckley Woodrow Wilson. What's it like where you practice in your gym all the time and then you come over and you play in a building as big as the Armory?
It's definitely, you know, something you have to adapt to, but to be honest, it's nothing really but an illusion because it's the same floor, it's the same hoops. It's just, like you said, a backdrop that really just messes with you.
There's the first bucket of the game. Here's a 15-footer, is good. And Trap Hill comes back and ties the game. I was screened out. I didn't know.
It was Ava Yates was able to.
Yates knocks that down, and there's our first foul of the ball game. So once again, we play 6-minute quarters in middle school. The rules are like high school when it comes to fouls. You have on the 5th team foul, you shoot 2. There's no 1-and-1, and Independence will turn it over. I think that's the biggest thing, Maddie and Eric, is just maybe getting adjusted and getting off to a good start.
Yeah. I think, you know, the court, the bigness of the court, too, plays a lot into how teams handle the pressure differently.
That shot by Trap Hill was put up that time by Hatcher, and it won't go. And back the other way, here comes Independence on the attack. Here's Alderman with it. Looking at that zone. Ball's deflected into the backcourt and stolen. Nice defensive play for Trap Hill. Will they get a layup out of it? They won't. And we got a foul, and the foul's going to go against Ava Yates.
That was a really good look and a good, pass from, is it Yates?
Yates, yes.
It's too bad that they couldn't finish it, but that was a really good play and a look from the player.
And it started with defense and trying to turn it into offense, and they just couldn't get the play. There will be a blocking foul on Trap Hill, and that blocking foul will go against Peyton Cooper. So that's already the third team foul on Trap Hill. Independence is yet to commit a foul, and they got to find the basketball.
And that's one thing that happens, too, when you play pressure defense early like this. You can run the fouls up.
So here's Independence with it, trying to regain the lead on this possession. There's a drive into the lane. There's a take. Nice shot off the glass. That was a nice and good job, good control that time by Jordan Wood, able to score, and Independence back in front. You got to like that move, Maddie. That was a little nifty move, wasn't it?
It was.
There's a pass down low, off the glass, up and in. Good job at that time by Alexis Bowman.
And I remember Alexis Bowman last year. She had a good game on this floor last year.
So one nifty move deserves another, right? We got one on one end from Independence and on the other end by Trap Hill.
I'm sure you guys went over it since I was late, but who won the series during the season on this? Did you get a chance to?
As that shot is knocked down, I'm glad you asked me that, Eric, because as Moore knocks it down, and honestly, and I mean this in a nice way, we were just lucky to be able to get a lineup and a record because both teams, neither coach knew what their record was. Into the lane, there's a shot off the glass. It doesn't go. Coming out of there with the rebound is Independence. And here's Alderman on the move. Alderman goes coast to coast, couldn't finish. And back the other way for Trap Hill is Yates. And there's a turnover. And Independence that time had the right idea, just threw it a little too far, Maddie.
Yeah.
So back and forth we go. And here's Trap Hill. Trap Hill's never led in the game. They have a chance to tie or perhaps take the lead with a three-point play, but here's a steal for Independence. Going in for the layup, it's up, it doesn't go. The follow-up will go. Good hustle with the follow-up by Cunningham. Chloe Cunningham on the putback.
And that's Chloe Cunningham's fourth point for the 8 points for Independence.
There's a little 10-footer on the right side. It's a little short. The putback doesn't go. That shot was initially taken by Ava Yates. And here comes Independence on the attack. This is the first of 4 games here this afternoon, on this middle school Saturday here in Beckley. There's a 3-ball straight away. That won't go. Trap Hill comes out of there with the rebound. Yates on the drive. Yates puts up the little floater, doesn't go. The offensive rebound, good. On the weak side is Cooper with the putback. Well, that time Cooper in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm. That was good, being able to come down and rebound and, clean up her teammates' missed shot.
So we're under a minute here for the first quarter. Like I said, this is the first of 4 games being played here today. We'll have the boys' third-place game next, and that'll be between Park and Shady, and then there's a turnover, and then the girls' championship game will be Park and Shady, and then the boys' championship game will be Trap Hill and Independence. So, Eric and Maddie, kind of odd that it's the same 2 schools against each other in both boys and girls.
Yeah, that is odd.
So here's Trap Hill with a chance to tie. There's a 15-footer, needs a roll. It won't go. The offensive rebound put back doesn't go. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. There's a nice pass inside and a nice finish. What a nice pass that was, and the putback is good by Whitaker. And a turnover. You got to like that last play, Maddie, the way Whitaker able to be able to run the floor, catch that pass, and lay it up and in.
Yeah, that's a good thing to be able to do, you know, especially in middle school. I feel like you definitely learn at an early age, you know, to run the floor and to be able to get little shots like that.
Last shot, time of the quarter for Independence. The shot doesn't go, and that's how the first quarter will end. At the end of one, it is Independence 10, Trap Hill 6. We'll be right back with the second quarter right after this on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
West Virginia Orthotic and Prosthetic Center provides orthotic and prosthetic devices, promoting the highest level of personal and professional patient care. West Virginia O&P has a state-of-the-art fabrication facility where devices are produced, customized, and fitted in-house by our fully certified staff. We are honored to have the opportunity to work with our veteran population, providing them with the highest level of care and support. We are conveniently located in Beckley, just off I-64 at the Brookshire Lane Medical Park. Please call for a free evaluation or contact us online.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. This morning's game brought to you in part by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up your Amana dealer, Indoor Air, at 304-890-2212. Also, the game this morning is brought to you in part by Edward Jones, your financial advisor. You can dial up Heather Cantley. Heather Cantley is my financial advisor. She can be yours as well. You can reach her at 304-254-9995. So, Maddie and Eric, I would think for a first quarter, pretty good considering, you know, you got to get out of bed and your routine's a little different, and you come here and you play early this morning, a 4-point lead for Independence.
I think both teams are starting to get the jitters out.
Yeah, you know, I would think is here's a three, the shot doesn't go, and the rebound is here to the near side. But, you know, the one thing, Maddie, I would think when you play this early, you'd really have to have maybe like a light breakfast. I don't think you could really, there's a foul, we'll have free throws. But, I mean, you can go to Cracker Barrel after the game and get you some pig. I don't think you want to have maybe bacon and sausage before you play a game this early in the morning.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
So we'll have a couple of free throws coming up here for Trap Hill. And getting to the free throw line will be Alexis Bowman. And the first free throw doesn't go. She's got another one coming. Yeah, I think more like on your breakfast, maybe, I don't know, cereal or fruit, something like that, as Bowman makes one of two. So, Maddie, whether it would be a morning game or a game at any time, what was your go-to pregame meal?
Celery.
Celery.
Celery was my go-to.
There's a bank shot up and in. And that was a three ball for that bank shot. The bank's open at all hours, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, and that was a three by Chloe Cunningham, and she has 7 of the 13 points as we see here on the Little General Instant Replay. She pulls from deep. And
yeah, a little kiss
little
off
Saturday
the glass.
deposit.
Yes. Yeah, that's a major deposit right there, isn't it?
That's right.
That's like a bag of gold right there. So, Maddie, so how did you make it just on eating celery? I got to know this.
Well, it was actually funny because in middle school, we had a game against Independence, and you know, for my middle school career, I had my career high that night, and I had celery on the way to the game. So every game from then on, I ate a little pack of celery right before I got to the gym.
Hey, well, you know, and I say this, whatever works for you. Celery was your go-to, and you had your career night, and by God, you still stay with that celery.
I remember my coach was like, "What'd you eat?" And I said, "Just celery." And he goes, "Eat that every game."
There you go. All right, Independence will inbound on the baseline. They get the ball inside. The ball's knocked free. Here's a run out, attacking the basket, and the shot is too strong. And that time, that shot was put up by Cooper. They battle for the loose ball, and we got a held ball, and it'll go to Independence. And I think both teams, Eric and Maddie, both have settled in. I think, like you said, once you kind of get the sweat going and you get through that first quarter on this big floor, I think then you settle in.
Yeah, I think both teams are definitely starting to kind of get used to it and really just starting to focus on their game.
Here's a shot in the lane, off the glass, up and in. Boy, Independence really using the window. Another kiss off the glass, this time by Cunningham.
Yeah, she scored 5 straight in a quarter for Independence to lead all scorers.
This is the biggest lead of the game right here. There's a missed shot.
Chloe Cunningham out on the run out.
Yeah, let's see if Cunningham can finish. She goes in, and she doesn't finish, but she'll draw the foul, and Cunningham will get to the free throw line.
Maybe Chloe Cunningham had some celery this morning.
Maybe. Got to ask her what her go-to meal is, right? Well, you know, Eric and Maddie, both of y'all, you see this is my go-to meal, which is water. First free throw by Cunningham is no good. You know, I've never been a big breakfast eater anyway.
Yeah.
I've always eaten light, and this morning was no different.
You're killing your Cracker Barrel ad
No,
right
because
here.
here's the thing. You can go eat heavy for lunch at Cracker Barrel because no matter when I go to Cracker Barrel, if that one banks in from the free throw line.
You know I'm just jacking
I know,
with you.
because I always got to have me some pig when I go to Cracker Barrel. We got a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout. So while we got 30 seconds, we will tell you about Cracker Barrel. And Cracker Barrel with locations in Princeton and Beckley. And I tell you what, you can have pig anytime, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Cracker Barrel, they got it going on in both Beckley and Princeton. Also, the game this morning brought to you in part by Infinity Co. Infinity Co. operates an underground mine, surface mine, and a preparation plant, and they have that in Raleigh and Wyoming counties. You can apply for a job with Infinity Co. You can apply online on the Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia. So biggest lead of the game right here at 9 points for Independence. They lead in the ball game 16-7, and I'll tell you, the glass on the other end has been kind to the Patriots because Independence, Maddie and Eric, have made good work of those little kisses off the glass.
Yeah, definitely getting the rebounds and also like the steals and the fast breaks that they got. Definitely those little shots are paying off.
So here's Trap Hill out of the timeout. And we got a whistle and a foul.
I think that's going to be on Whitaker.
And it'll be Trap Hill to inbound up under their own basket. There's a shot inside. It's too strong. They battle for the rebound, and we'll have a held ball. And the possession will keep it with Trap Hill. There's a little short shot inside. Is good off the window. Boy, the glass is has been used by both teams as that's Cooper. That's the first field goal to the second quarter for Trap Hill. There's a little drive on the baseline. The shot's partially blocked. Coming up with the loose balls, Hatcher for Trap Hill. There's a nice drive to the basket, and the ball just hung in there and heartbreak. And that's why one time, Maddie, they definitely should have used the glass.
Yeah, definitely using the top square of the top corner of that little square.
You know, when I first started to play basketball, they said it was like a magnet. If you put the ball up there nice and soft up to that square, it will go in every time.
That's true.
Eventually, I learned that. When I had a basketball goal attached to a tree, and we put a goal up there, we drew a square. And then when the rain came, and what do we got? A timeout. We do have a timeout for Independence. Well, I'll finish the story. So when the rain came, we figured that wouldn't work, so we had to go take tape and tape the square, whatever worked back in the day.
Yeah, whatever worked.
So, Erica, what's your assessment thus far here of this first quarter of this girls' third-place middle school game?
Well, I think Independence, the flow of the game is really in their favor. They've handled the pressure early from Trap Hill, and I think their coach is doing a good job of settling his team down with a couple of timeouts and really keeping the flow of the game in his favor.
And Maddie, your take thus far?
I agree with Eric. I think Independence is definitely settled into how they're playing. You know, the little shots like the rebounds and the little layups, those have definitely set them ahead. And they've also handled Trap Hill's defense rather well.
Yeah, Independence has led the entire time. The game was tied at 2, it was tied at 4, but Trap Hill's never led. The biggest lead has been 9, the lead's 7 now. And out of the timeout, Independence will inbound under their own basket. There's a drive into the lane, the short shot won't go. And the rebound comes out to Trap Hill, and then they turn it over, and then we'll have a travel. That last shot was put up by Whitaker for Independence. So Independence will keep the possession. They get the ball down low. That was a nifty play. The sneaking in there is Wood and able to catch and shoot and score. Got to like that inbounds play, huh, Maddie?
Yeah, that was a really good that was a good reading of the defense to be able to dish it there and be able to finish.
Yeah, Wood able to kind of sneak in between all the taller girls, Eric, and able to catch, shoot, and score.
Yeah, and that's her second bucket of the first half. And, you know, the balance of the game right now is definitely in Independence's favor. Four young ladies have scored.
Yeah, this 9-point lead equals the largest lead of the game for Independence. Independence came into the ball game only winning 2 games, Eric. They're only 2-16 against a 6-12 Trap Hill squad. But right now, forget the records, right?
I'm glad you touched on that, because looking at the game, it must be these 2 teams playing for the championship must be pretty good, because these teams are you know, they're well coached and they're good teams.
Well, here's the thing that gets me. When you look at this Independence team, and I think, Maddie, you and Eric both agree, they're like, how did they not win more than 2 games?
That's what I was trying to get out just now. Yeah. Like, both of these teams, I mean, Independence they look like they should have more than 2 victories.
Right, and Trap Hill's got 6 wins, and they've got a good team as well.
Exactly.
And there's going to be a turnover.
Spacing, good idea, but the spacing, that's one time when the passer has to read, you know, the offense, because the cutter would, you know, they're just like, I'm going to run the play, I'm going to turn, I'm just going to throw it. Like, if you just wait a half a tick, that's a layup going in.
And I think that's the thing we talk about too, Maddie. We touched on top. This floor is wider and longer than what in the gyms that these teams play in. And sometimes the spacing really is a big difference here at the Armory.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you have to take into account and you have to adapt to. But, you know, ultimately, like you said, just like, you know, spacing and being able to lead your teammate with the ball, you can get little layups like that.
That was a nice finish by Cooper for Trap Hill. And now Trap Hill comes and gets a steal. And they'll turn it over. They'll double dribble.
2 straight buckets for Cooper. For Caden Cooper for Trap Hill. Fighting, clawing back in it. The Wildcats clawing back into the game.
Yeah, we like that, how they claw back into the game. Coming up next will be Park against Shady. That'll be I understand that'll be the boys game, the 3rd place boys game. Here's a 15-footer from the left elbow, is too strong. That shot was put up by Whitaker, and here comes Trap Hill on the move.
Ooh, almost a steal or a good overplay by
Nice drive to the basket and one. That's a beautiful take to the rim. Great drive by Yates. Ava Yates able to put the ball on the deck, attack the basket, and get the hoop in the arm.
And just like that, Trap Hill's right back in this game.
Yeah, they were down as many as 9. They've cut the lead to 5, and they can trim it to 4 if Yates can polish off the 3-point play. Free throw on its way. She couldn't finish it, but a battle for the loose ball and good hustle, and that'll keep it with Trap Hill. They'll get an extra possession out of it. Boy, right there, Maddie, there was a young lady there that got free. Jacqueline Taylor got free, and the inbounder just missed her. Meadows just missed Taylor. She was free for an easy layup.
Yeah. So these something you got to keep your eye out for.
They get the ball, trying to get the ball inside, and the ball's deflected out of bounds.
Well, Trap Hill's got to be feeling good about themselves other than that turnover right before half. Battling back in it.
Going all the way to the basket and lays it in off the window. A beautiful play, that time by Alderman. Well, you got to like that play. Alderman, Maddie, got that steal, went coast to coast for the layup.
And she took it with confidence, too. She had that defender right on top of her the whole time and still took her time finishing.
And back the other way is Bailey Meadows with the hoop and the harm. She watched the replay there, Eric. Watch her just muscle her way, a little kiss off the glass and draw the foul.
Yeah, she's gets her first points of the game, and way to answer that steal and layup by Independence.
And I think she jumped across the line, and she did when she attempted the free throw. But I tell you, both of these teams, they're really falling in love with the glass, aren't they? They're using the window. Going to need some Windex before this first game's over to clean the glass, huh? Of course, I wouldn't know anything about that, Maddie. I don't know anything about being domestic. Eric will tell you that.
That's for sure.
All right. Here's a shot. It's short.
I think it was partially blocked there.
Yep. And, you know, I thought it was a little quick, too. With 18 seconds left in the half, I thought maybe they could have held the ball to get maybe a little bit better shot. Let's see what they do here.
Looks like Independence is going to play man out of this.
Yeah, like a stack that they're running, trying to get the ball inside, and they do. The ball's knocked free. Still got plenty of time, 8 seconds to shoot, and here's a steal. And there's definitely a foul. What great hustle and a great play once again by Bailey Alderman. She had that previous play, Maddie, as we watched the replay. Great hustle.
Great anticipation.
So getting to the line will be Bailey Alderman. She will shoot 2. Got a whistle before she shot it. And I don't know, we may have a lane violation, I believe. Because a whistle, yeah, that first shot she didn't make it, but it didn't count it anyway. They blew the whistle before she shot it.
So does that count as a shot on the official scoring?
It does not, and they blew it again. So neither shot will count. Even though she missed them both.
Count as misses.
Just like it never happened. All right, final 2 seconds. Half-court shot, not there, and it's been a very entertaining first half. At the break, Independence leads by 5, 20-15. We'll take a break, come back, and recap right here on Video Productions.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Northside, where everybody rides. Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville on Northside Drive. Brand new professional grade GMCs for less, including ready for work heavy duties, Chevy Silverados, Equinox, and more at Northside. A new generation of luxury is here. Experience the new Buick at Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville. Browse our enormous inventory now at northsidewv.net.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
I was trying to figure that out. I'll be darned if I can figure it out. You back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. It's a 5-point halftime lead in this girls' third-place game for Independence. They lead Trap Hill 20-15. We're going to recap the first half, and recap the first half is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes. Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley, has futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night from 10 o'clock to midnight. You can call 304-253-7328 to reserve your lane. Also being brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's, and the only number you need to know if you have a plumbing problem is 304-253-HELP at Modley's. Well, the game got off to a 2-0 lead for Independence. The game was tied at 2, tied at 4. And then Independence led 10-6 at the end of the first quarter. Independence's biggest lead was 9 points on a couple different occasions at 16-7 and 18-9. The lead is 5 right now at 20-15. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, Eric will go inside the numbers, and then after that we'll have Maddie's Corner, her take of the first half, and we'll do it on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Northside, where everybody rides. Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC, Route 19 in Summersville on Northside Drive. Brand new professional grade GMCs for less, including ready for work heavy duties, Chevy Silverados, Equinox, and more at Northside. A new generation of luxury is here. Experience the new Buick at Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC, Route 19 in Summersville. Browse our enormous inventory now at northsidewv.net.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. This halftime of this girls' third-place game. Independence leads by 5, 20-15. We're going to go inside the numbers. Inside the numbers are brought to you by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up your Amana dealer, Indoor Air, at 304-890-2212. Also being brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with locations in Princeton and Beckley. Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Well, Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, Marison, the numbers show a lot of balance for Independence. All 5 starters were able to score in that first half, and only 4 starters scored for Trap Hill. And leading the way of their 15 points for Trap Hill, Caden Cooper has 6, and Ava Yates has 4. Alexis Bowman 3, and Bailey Meadows with 2. Right before the half, she was able to score in the post, not able to complete the 3-point play. The difference in the game, though, has been Chloe Cunningham of Independence. She has 10 points on the morning, and she's joined by Jordan Wood with 4, Adeline Whitaker with 2, and Bailey Alderman with 2. And Bailey Alderman, I think, turned the tide in that second quarter because she was able to get a couple of steals, and that led to a layup and a 3-pointer on the other end offensively.
Well, I think it's been a very entertaining game, and we're going to take one more break. When we come back, we'll go inside Maddie's Corner, and we'll do that on the other side of the break. 5-point lead for Independence at the break, 20-15. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Northside, where everybody rides. Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville on Northside Drive. Brand new professional grade GMCs for less, including ready for work heavy duties, Chevy Silverados, Equinox, and more at Northside. A new generation of luxury is here. Experience the new Buick at Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville. Browse our enormous inventory now at northsidewv.net.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. The halftime continuing. It's a 5-point lead for Independence. They lead Trap Hill 20-15. We're going to go to Maddie's corner. And Maddie, your take of the first half of this 5-point lead for Independence.
Well, both teams, I think, have done really well so far. Both teams have been really scrappy, and getting steals and tying up the ball. Ultimately, I think Independence has probably done better on finishing and definitely using the backboard for all their little layups and rebounds. I think in the last couple of minutes of the second quarter, Alderman has definitely changed the tone with her steals and her layups. I hope that will set the tone for the rest of the quarter, for the rest of this half for Independence to, definitely do better on getting, the steals and being able to finish those little layups.
Well, it's a 5-point lead, and as I mentioned in one of our other halftime segments, the biggest lead has been 9 on 2 other occasions, 18-9, it was 16-7 and 18-9. They've now trimmed it to 5, and I think Maddie and Eric, I think with them doing that, with a nice finish there at the half, I think Trap Hill has maybe got a little momentum. We'll see how the first 2 minutes of the second half play out.
Yeah, I think the first 2 minutes, as you stated, will be critical, because I think you don't want to go into that fourth quarter. You want to cut into this 5-point deficit, because in a game like this, 5 points is a pretty good lead.
Yeah, and, Maddie, we had talked about through the course of the game, it's hard to believe that Independence has only won 2 games. They're 2-16 entering the game here this morning, and Trap Hill 6-12, and you would have thought that both teams would have had much better records because they have played much better here this morning than what the records indicate.
Yeah, both teams are playing a great game, and it's really hard for that to reflect their season. I think this is definitely the point where either Independence will, keep up their effort and the energy, or Trap Hill can use as motivation to catch up.
So here we go. Independence will have first crack at it here in the third quarter. And there's a 3, and it's banked in. And the bank is open 24/7, as that's a great shot by Whitaker. Dials up a 3 ball.
Just like they drew it up at halftime.
Well, yeah, they may have drawn up the shot at halftime, but I don't think they drew up maybe a 3-point bank shot. But I guess the basketball gods are good to you as we watch the replay right there. Look at that little kiss off the glass. We got a couple of free throws coming here for Trap Hill. And it'll be Cooper at the free throw line. Peyton Cooper to shoot 2 for the Lady Wildcats. And the first free throw is no good. She'll have another one coming. But what a big shot there to start the second half a 3 ball for Independence. Second free throw by Cooper, and she missed that one. She missed them both. And the rebound was run down by Independence, but they throw it away. "12-footer right side. It comes up a little short, but an offensive rebound. They throw the ball back and shot from the baseline. So Trap Hill doing a good job on the boards. This will be their 4th opportunity. There's Yates with the rebound, off the window, up and in.
5 shots.
Well, that time, Trap Hill, they just shot till they made it. And it took 5 shots, as you mentioned, Eric, but Yates able to knock it down. Here's a little baseline shot. Good, rattled in. That's a nice shot over there by Chloe Moore.
Independence able to answer the bucket.
Yeah, like that little baseline shot, rattled it in. There's a drive on the baseline, tacking the basket up and under. Shot won't go. And that shot was put up by Bowman, and now we've got a foul. It'll be 2 shots for Trap Hills. Getting to the free throw line is going to be Yates.
And that was whistled on Jordan Wood.
So Yates will shoot a pair. First free throw is no good. Independence has led the whole way. The game was tied twice. It was tied at 2, tied at 4. Biggest lead has been 9 on a couple occasions in the first half. Leads 8 right now. Yates trying to cut into the lead, and she makes 1 of 2. So the lead's been trimmed to 7.
Something to look at down the stretch. They've had 4 free throws in this quarter, Trap Hill, and only able to make 1.
There's a nice drive into the lane. There's a collision and a foul. And this young lady for Independence has had a really good game. Bailey Alderman, as she was one of the smaller players out there, Maddie, but definitely one of the tough ones. As we watch the replay, she drives down the center of the lane to draw that foul.
Yeah, she's definitely shown confidence in all of her drives and also like the steals when she takes it down the court. It's good to not be afraid of the defense and be able to take it up strong.
So the first free throw doesn't go. We have a new player into the ball game. And that'll be Davis checking in. Kennedy Davis for Independence. So Alderman, here's the second shot, and it's front of the rim, no good. They battle for the loose ball, and Trap Hill comes out of there with it. So Trap Hill with an opportunity on this possession to cut into the Independence lead. There's a 17-footer, back iron, no good, a little too strong. That was a good look that time by Yates.
Alderman in the open court.
Yep, here's Alderman with the finish, a little too strong. And Cooper comes out of there for Trap Hill with the rebound. Cooper on the move, tacks the basket, draws the foul, and we'll get to the line. That's a good hard take to the basket, Maddie. And Eric, that time for Cooper.
Yeah, that was good. You know, she had the defender on her.
And I actually think this is a good foul, don't you think, Maddie? Because right there could have been an easy layup, and the way Trap Hill shot free throws, Maddie, I think I'd send him to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
So here is Cooper. Let's see if she can knock a couple of free throws down. She missed both the last time she was at the line. She misses another one there. And you're right, Eric. Trap Hill's really struggled from the free throw line.
Yeah, this will be their 6th attempt of the quarter.
Yeah, so they're getting what they want. They're getting the fouls mounting up on Independence. They're getting to the line.
And getting to the line with no time running, trying to cut into the lead. And, you know, simple math. You do the math. If she misses this one, that'll be 7 misses, and it could be a tie basketball game.
Yeah, and they're down 7. Yep. Second free throw. She got that one. She heard you. She said, I'm going to make that one. That's what you call the curse in reverse there.
She's trying to make my math difficult.
Yeah. He's doing a different kind of math than what you and I know, Maddie. Here's Alderman with a nice drive to the basket and draws the foul. I really like her game of how good she is off the dribble.
Hey, so as good as she is, though, Alderman needs to work on her free throws as well, and because she can get to the free throw line with her quickness, but she's she has 2 free throws that didn't count, but her last 2 she missed.
And the free throw is good. See, Maddie, she heard Eric again. She's like, I'll show Mr. Thomas over there talking about my free throw shooting.
Hey, just trying to help the young lady out. It was a problem for me early in my career, and I don't think enough young kids think about it. They're free throws. If you want to score, get to the line and shoot free throws.
I couldn't make my free throws until one of my travel coaches sat on my toes, and I made them.
Whatever works.
That's right. I was going to say, whatever it takes.
I started making them because I like to score.
Yeah, there's a story, Matt, and you may have heard Eric and I talk about this before, as Yates attacks the basket, nice drive and lays it up and in. Where Eric had such a big scoring game, but he missed so many free throws, and his brothers was telling him about it, even though he thought he had this great game, which he did scoring-wise, because, Eric, you can really tell the story better than I can of how many points you had.
Well, I had 36 points in the game, and I missed 14 free throws, and I thought I was the king, and I came home, and they never really said anything to me, patted me on the back, and the next morning on the fridge it had 36 plus 14.
And what a nice play that time by Bowman, and Trap Hill cutting into the Independence lead.
3 straight for Bowman right here.
So just think, Maddie, if Eric would have made just half of those 14, he would have had over 40. If he made them all, he'd have had 50.
He would have 50.
Even I can do that kind of math.
Hey, and that's why I always use that equation now. My oldest brother, that really taught me something like, hey, I need to get to that free throw line and start working.
And Trap Hill making a nice run, as you mentioned, Eric. They've been able to get to the line a lot this quarter, and this is the closest they've been, as they've cut the lead to 3, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Independence.
Well, Maris, and Maddie knows this about being coached by Coach Neighbors. You make that free throw, it sets you up to do what? Your pressure.
Play your defense, yes.
So it helps you set your full court pressure, and this is where Independence has struggled, and they're trying to keep the ball away from Alderman.
Speaking of Alderman, there's a shot left of the lane, and it's good. Alderman able to answer right on cue, Eric. And another thing too, Maddie, if you can make your free throws, the chances are you're going to be in the game. And they call an offensive foul as that basket was put in that time by Bowman. As we watch the replay.
I think they may have missed this.
Yeah.
There was no contact.
Yeah, that should have been an and one, if anything.
Yeah, if anything.
Or you could play on, but if it was anything, it was an and one.
Yep.
But we're not the ones that count. So that's a big break for Independence. But what I was saying, if I be able to make free throws, it puts you in a position to be in the game, especially if the game's tight late in the game, because if you get fouled, they know that if they foul you, you're going to the line, you can make your foul shots.
Yeah, free throws can definitely make or break a game. Like you said, they're only, 5 points behind right now, and they've missed how many?
In this quarter alone, they've missed exactly 5.
Yeah.
The late, great Al McGuire used to say all the time, back in his coaching days at Marquette, and then when he became a television analyst for NBC, there's a turnover. He said, to win the NCAA tournament, you got to make your free throws. You got to have a little luck, and the last shot's got to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he was able to do that in his final game as Marquette, and I beat North Carolina in Al McGuire's final game as coach of Marquette back in 1977. We got a whistle, and we got a held ball, and the arrow will keep it with Trap Hill.
Yeah, both teams are battling right here. Big possessions as the time dwindles down. Possessions are key because going into this fourth quarter, you want to be still within shouting distance.
Biggest lead of the game has been 9 on a couple occasions. Trap Hill has cut it to 3, and the lead is 5 now, and that's what it was at halftime.
Smart play, getting it out to Alderman.
And battle for the loose ball, and it'll stay with Independence, as that's a good hustle play as they throw the ball out. New player in the game, Taylor Fraley, into the ball game for Independence.
That was a good play by Alderman to be able to look up the floor and see her teammate. You just got to be able to catch that.
Yeah, good vision. Good pass, too, right
on
the money.
Yeah. So, yeah, hey, how you like that? They just handed it in bounds.
Yeah, that was actually a violation.
I know, because she was standing out of bounds.
They were touching each other.
Right. You know, I'm surprised the referees missed that because the girl that was out of bounds was handing the ball to the girl inbounds. She was out of bounds.
But the ball ended up where it should be.
Yeah, Trap Hill has it now. Trying to cut into the lead. There's a drive right down the lane. Bowman able to shoot, score, and draw the foul. Really impressed with this young lady right here, Alexis Bowman. She saw that opening. She took it right in, got the basket, got the foul, and has an opportunity to get Trap Hill within 2 points. You got to like that as we watch the replay there, Maddie. She was able to recognize that opening and just go hard to the basket.
Yeah, and Taylor Fraley was, a tad late on that one. I agree with that call wholeheartedly. It was definitely an and one.
And the free throw is good. So the three-point play cuts the lead to 2. And we got a turnover. Looking around the crowd, I see our football stat man, Chris Farish, in attendance. Chris sitting up to our right there. And, of course, Chris's son plays for Park, and that'll be in one of the games that we'll have. This is the first of 4 games here this morning and this afternoon. Here's Independence trying to get some momentum back, and they do. Short shot by Chloe Moore. So right now, you know, Maddie and Eric, seems like every time Trap Hill makes a move, Independence is able to counter back, and that was a big bucket by Moore as Trap Hill turns it over.
Yeah, I think both teams are definitely, giving the same energy back and forth.
Yeah, you're correct. I think it's been big by Independence to that's going to be a little long.
Yep, there's a turnover.
But to answer each time that Trap Hill is clawed back within 2, and that shows some resiliency right there.
So the ball's going to stay with Independence. We're under a minute for the third. Next game will be Park and Shady. That will be the boys' third place game. So it'll be Independence ball side out. Trap Hill playing really good defense here. Moore with a 15-footer doesn't go. And here comes Bowman on the attack. Final 30 seconds of the third. Bowman drives the lane. Shot is a little short. And they battle for the loose ball, and the held ball will keep it with Trap Hill.
Hey, we went like the whole first half with only 2 jump balls, and we've had 4 in this quarter. But that just shows you that both teams are battling and getting aggressive.
So Trap Hill to inbound under their own basket. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by Independence. Well, you know, Maddie and Eric is setting up for one heck of a fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a battle in the fourth quarter for both teams.
Let's see if Trap Hill, this is a big possession right here in the final 23 seconds of the third. They can cut into the lead some more. Bowman attacks the basket. They cut her off. Yates whips a pass inside, and the shot's blocked. And we got a foul, and the foul's on Trap Hill.
Yeah, two great defensive plays by the interior of the defense for Independence, and I think one was Bailey Alderman, one of the smaller people on the floor with a blocked shot.
So it's last shot time here in the final 8 seconds of the third quarter, but it's a turnover. And there's a foul, and that will be free throws. The foul came before the end of the quarter. So Trap Hill's going to have an opportunity to get to the line to cut the lead to 2 points, as that will be Bowman. And that's a good call because that is the right call. Mm-hmm. She got fouled definitely before the buzzer.
Yeah, but this is the hard, and Maddie, you can attest to this. This is the hardest thing to do, to shoot free throws out there by yourself with no one on the lane.
And not only that, Maddie, I think you would agree, Unless I was going to say, unless they get that red off of there, that's
Yeah.
even more of a distraction. Now they're going to put 7 seconds. That wouldn't be right. Now it's 0.7. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it really is.
So Bowman with an opportunity to get Trap Hill within 2. They got within 2 earlier. Can they do it here? The first one's no good. And now, like I said, if Trap Hill doesn't come back and win the game, they can look at missed opportunities at the line for the reason why they were not able to come back and win this game.
This will be their 10th free throw attempt in the quarter.
And that free throw was missed. She missed them both, and that will be the end of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, Trap Hill made up 1 point. It's a 4-point advantage for Independence, 31-27. We're going to the fourth quarter. Coming up next on Video Productions.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
West Virginia Orthotic and Prosthetic Center provides orthotic and prosthetic devices, promoting the highest level of personal and professional patient care. West Virginia O&P has a state-of-the-art fabrication facility where devices are produced, customized, and fitted in-house by our fully certified staff. We are honored to have the opportunity to work with our veteran population, providing them with the highest level of care and support. We are conveniently located in Beckley, just off I-64 at the Brookshire Lane Medical Park. Please call for a free evaluation or contact us online.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas and Maddie Belcher. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Faith Alexander on camera. But Eric, I'll start with you. I think we're in for one heck of a fourth quarter, a 4-point lead for Independence as we start quarter number 4.
Well, Independence with this possession leading, I think just as they did to start the third quarter, if they can get a bucket and keep that distance between them, and they'll be able to still play aggressive defense.
Maddie, your take as we go to the fourth quarter.
I agree with Eric. If Independence can, keep up the energy that they've had for the beginning of this game, they can definitely keep it going for the fourth quarter. But on the other hand, Trap Hill's got to do better, and, they're finishing, especially their free throws if they want to catch up.
Yeah, in that quarter, Trap Hill went to the free throw line 10 times, only made 4. So at the end of the first quarter, Independence led 10-6. It was 20-15 at the break. It's a 4-point lead now, 31-27. The game has really been tight throughout. There's a couple of times where Independence led by as many as 9. That was back in the second quarter. Alderman down the lane, puts up the shot and will draw the foul. I really like her game.
I like her game. She's patient.
Yeah.
She's quick. I'm going to use your phrase. She's fast but not too quick.
Yeah.
And she's patient. I like her. She's going to be a really good point guard.
Well, the late, great John Wooden always used to say, you want to be quick, but don't rush. And I think that's what Alderman does. She's quick, but she doesn't hurry. She doesn't rush. She doesn't get too ahead of herself. Now, can she make free throws? And free throws have been a struggle for both teams here this morning, for both Trap Hill and Independence.
Yeah, Independence has gotten to the free throw line 6 times, 8 counting the 2 lane violations they had, and they've only been able to make 3.
Yeah. So definitely coming down the stretch of this fourth quarter, Maddie, free throws is really going to be a premium as the free throw is good, and that gets the lead to 5. Independence has led the entire way. The game was tied a couple of times. Like I said, Independence has led by as many as 9 twice as Trap Hill throws it away. But every possession is big, and this game is close as it's been.
Yeah, it is, and Trap Hill is going to extend the pressure, Maddie.
Yeah, both teams.
Well, they're backing out of it. I don't know.
As soon as Eric said that, as soon as he said that, see?
Well, what do you think? I think they should.
Well, I think they should put pressure, get those little steals.
They got them back in it, so to speak, in the third. Ooh.
So here's Alderman. There's a shot from the right side that's a little strong. That shot was put up by Wood, and we have a foul. And the foul's going to go against Independence, I believe.
I think they're going to get Whitaker, 21 maybe.
I think you are correct.
Looking. Yes.
You are all over it. Hey, I didn't catch you yawning, did I, Maddie?
No.
No, okay. I just checking.
I'm good.
Well, if you catch me
Still
yawning.
Still early in the morning.
Right. But, Maddie, if you catch me yawning, you can elbow me, wake me up. Into the lane, the shot is put up, blocked, but then taken back up and in. Nice job by Yates.
And Yates is in double figures now with 11 for Trap Hill.
Yeah, she's played well. Trap Hill's been able to get close, but they've not been able to get the game tied or get a lead. Independence has led the entire time. Alderman from the baseline. That's a little strong. Offensive rebound, though, and another possession for Independence. 3 ball. That's going to be short, and Trap Hill has it.
Good rebound, bad decision right there offensively.
Yeah, I don't think you want to rebound, take it to the corner and shoot 3.
Yeah. Passed up a 12-footer for a 22-footer.
There's a drive. Nice take, and the shot just hits up under the basket. That was a nice drive that time by Cooper, but unable to finish, and we have a foul.
Going to be whistled on Ava Hatcher.
So Independence with the ball and up 3.
2 team fouls already for Trap Hill here in the 4th.
This is the 3rd place game here in the middle school Day of Champions. Here's a shot from the baseline. That rattles out. That was a good look that time. That shot was put up by Moore. Independence has the rebound. Moore has it again. And that shot will be short. And that shot was put up by Wood, but once again, Independence able to maintain the possession.
Oh, great anticipation.
Nice steal.
Great.
That was a nice play and just couldn't finish was Stafford, Josie Stafford.
And Hatcher's going to pick up another foul, and that's the 3rd team foul for Trap Hill. Good job of getting back in transition defense right here for Independence and not fouling.
So Halderman in no hurry. And she brings the ball across. There's an open baseline shot. It's a little strong. The ball is knocked out of bounds over to Trap Hill. So back into the lineup for Trap Hill.
There's a new player.
Yeah, that's going to be Jacqueline Taylor into the lineup for Trap Hill, and also back into the lineup, Alexis Bowman. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout. That'll give us time to tell you about one of our sponsors that helps to make this possible, and that's Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Apply for a job with Infinity Coal. You can go online through the Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located Independence Road in Sophia. Well, 3.5 to go, and really, Maddie and Eric, even though Independence has led the whole way, it's still anybody's game here coming down the stretch.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of, excuse me, Maddie, definitely a lot of basketball to be played.
I was going to say, if Independence can, keep up their defense and keep that gap between them and Trap Hill, we'll see how it plays out.
So here's Trap Hill with this possession, can cut the lead to 1 or perhaps tie the game. Trap Hill has never led in the game. The game was tied twice. It was tied at 2 and tied at 4 back in the first quarter. Independence is led by as many as 9 on 2 different occasions. And the ball is a turnover. So Trap Hill's been able to get as close as 2. They've never been able to get the game tied. And now, Eric, what you said on the possession before, they will now extend the pressure now. And here's Alderman able to break through the pressure. Alderman attacks the basket, puts it up, left it short. And here comes Trap Hill with the chance to cut back into the lead.
And I know they gave up a layup as we watched Trap Hill cut it. Oh,
there's Bowman with an offensive rebound, and we've got a foul, I believe. Yeah.
So to finish what I was going to say, I know that they gave up a layup, but the pressure did what? It forced Independence to play faster.
Made them faster, yeah.
And take a shot that normally they could have just came and set up and ran offense. So I agree with, from here on out, if I'm Trap Hill, I'm trying to keep the ball out of Alderman's hands, of course, in the open court. But
here's Yates with the little floater. It's short. That's a big possession for Trap Hill. And the ball is going to be over to Independence as Trap Hill had the rebound, but they're on the baseline. So just as you said, Eric, here comes the pressure by Trap Hill. And once again, they got Alderman going a little fast, and she turned it over, I believe. Yep, she did.
Yeah.
And she can handle the ball, but that time, like you said, they were able to speed her up a little bit and got her going a little too fast.
Yeah, she was trying to cross over and get to the middle of the court, which is what she was supposed to do, and just got a little tangled up.
Big opportunity for Trap Hill. They've been as close as 2. They haven't got the game tied. They've never led. There's a 15-footer, and that's going to be way off, but there's an offensive rebound. A lot of traffic there under the basket. They go to the floor, and the arrow will keep it with Trap Hill. So Trap Hill has another crack at it. Trying to get the ball to Yates. The ball knocked out of bounds. But you got to think maybe, Maddie, Yates or Bowman are the go-to players for Trap Hill. And they turn it over. Alderman goes in, and she can't finish. And we got a travel. And the ball will go back to Independence. So we've been stuck on 32-29 for a while.
Game's getting tight.
Yeah, if you remember, the start of the quarter was 31-27. And now we got a foul on Independence.
It'll be the third team foul. Independence is really biting them, shooting themselves in the foot. Missed a couple of layups here in this last 3 minutes of the quarter, and turning the ball over and committing fouls.
Yeah, Kenley Davis will check back into the Independence lineup. Here's Trap Hill with yet another chance to perhaps get within 1 or tie. Here's a 3 for the tie. It doesn't go. They had a good look from the corner. And Independence is going to throw it away. And you're right, Eric, they're just going too fast.
Yes. And right there, basketball IQ has to kick in. I know everybody wants to be the point guard, but they need to get the ball to Alderman right there, find it, and possess the basketball. And if I'm Independence, if I can get a stop here, I might call a timeout.
And that's a nice drive and a foul as Alexis Bowman will get to the line. She'll shoot a pair. She has an opportunity to get Trap Hill within 1 as we watch the replay here.
Yeah, up to this point, it's 2 points to 1 in the quarter. Trap Hill.
So the free throw is no good, and once again, we talked about it throughout the game, Maddie. That's if Trap Hill doesn't come back to win this game, they can look at their missed opportunities from the line.
Yeah, free throws definitely could have helped them be further in this game than they are now.
Both free throws were missed, and we got a held ball, and possession will have it with Independence. So it's been a struggle to score for both teams here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, as I said, Trap Hill's 2, Independence 1. Their only point coming from the free throw line.
And here's a steal by Trap Hill. And we got, nope, I thought a foul. Nope, just say out of bounds.
Play on.
Play on. That was a nice play that time by Cooper, happened right in front of us, Maddie. She went coast to coast.
Yeah, that took good confidence, great confidence from Cooper to be able to take it and, still try to take it strong even though she had 2 defenders on her.
Right there was a missed opportunity for Trap Hill. Missed a little short shot. If you're Independence, you really don't need to really shoot the ball as you maybe try to run clock, but they turn it over. And you don't want to foul for sure.
Ooh, got away with a travel.
Bowman, a lot of contact, no whistle. There was definitely contact on that shot. And that's like the college game we saw the other day. You think you might get away with that in college. You wouldn't think that you'd get away with it in middle school. If you watch the replay, there's a lot of contact right there.
I think that's a blocking foul.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yep, and ran into her own player.
Too much congestion right there.
Yep.
Correct call.
Yep, Bowman ran into Yates.
If I'm right here, if I get it in over half court, and if I see him speeding up, I'm going to call a timeout if I'm Independence.
We've got
offensive foul.
An offensive foul,
yes,
illegal screen.
Illegal screen.
So Trap Hill with yet another opportunity as we watch the replay there. Yet another opportunity to get within one or perhaps tie the game. It'd be amazing if Independence is able to hang on and win this game without getting a field goal at all in the fourth quarter. Because as Eric said, Maddie, they only got the one free throw.
Right.
Timeout on the floor. Full timeout. We'll take it with and be right back here on Video Productions.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Northside, where everybody rides. Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville on Northside Drive. Brand new professional grade GMCs for less, including ready for work heavy duties, Chevy Silverados, Equinox, and more at Northside. A new generation of luxury is here. Experience the new Buick at Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville. Browse our enormous inventory now at northsidewv.net.
This game is sponsored by Brian Hilton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Hilton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Hilton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Coming down the stretch with 55.8 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. And Independence trying to hang on. They lead Trap Hill by 3. Trap Hill with possession of the ball. Yates on the baseline. A little floater's too strong. Battle for the rebound, and it's out of bounds to Independence.
Trap Hill's been presented with, plenty of opportunities like under the basket to score. They have to be able to use one.
Yep, they have not been able to get it done here in this fourth quarter. And as you said, Maddie, they've had a lot of chances. A lot of chances to cut the lead to 1, to tie. They just have not been able to get any closer than they are right now, down 3.
Well, I think this game here is going to come down to the ability to make one free throw if you're Independence.
There's a little floater on the baseline. Up and good. That was a nice shot by Chloe Moore. And that might seal the deal right there. With 27 seconds left, Eric and Maddox, that takes the lead to 5. And
2 possessions,
yeah,
big time possessions.
And it's been a grind and a struggle for Trap Hill to score. There's a little turnaround. It doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. And we got a foul on Trap Hill.
Yeah, it's going to be over the back right there on Bailey Meadows.
And, we said this earlier in the game, and I just find it hard to believe that this Independence team is just 2-16, and they're getting ready to win their 3rd game.
Me too. That was a violation on the out of bounds on taking it in.
Yeah, so Trap Hill will get another crack at it. They don't need a 3, but they got to go fairly quick. And that shot's going to be short. And then Yates follows it up and draws the foul. And here's, the good thing, they've been getting to the line. The bad thing, they haven't been able to cash in.
Yeah. They need that note on their refrigerator tonight.
Yeah. Well, Eric, maybe every time they miss it, they look at their hands, right? That's an inside joke, Maddie. All right, so here's Yates, free throw. She banks that one in. However you can get it done, right?
That's right. Well, this is a big one. If you make this, you're still in it.
Second free throw, she got them both. Sometimes it's not when you make it, but or not how many you make, but when you make it. And there's a timeout on the floor. And it's a full timeout. We'll take it with and be right back on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, Maddie and Eric, it's nervous time. 18.7 left for regulation. It's a 3-point lead for Independence, and they have the ball. So right here, you both know, one, you got to get it in if you're Independence, and two, you got to be strong with the ball.
And three, you have to make the free throws because you're going to get fouled.
Right.
And they're going for a deep pass, and they've got Alderman. And the smart thing.
Heads-up play.
Very smart play by Alderman to be able to run clock and draw the foul and get to the line.
See, that was basketball IQ right there. I thought she was going to take off and shoot the layup, dribble out, reset, and dribble some more time off the clock, make a free throw.
You got to think here, Maddie, if she can make them both, she could probably put the game away with 14.7 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, that's right.
So now, what do we got? The referee blew the whistle. So I don't think that
she got a practice shot.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. She's fouled out of the game, so they have to take her out. That's why they have to take her out now.
Okay.
So
we saw a game where Maris was totally right, where they left someone in.
Yeah, that had fouled out of the game.
Oh.
But what had happened was and this is not on the referee. This is on the scores table. They should hit the horn because the referees don't know who is fouled out.
That's correct.
So they should have hit the horn, and that should have been taken care of before the ball was ever given to the shooter. But a big free throw made by Alderman, and she's really been, if you can say an MVP, she has really been Independence's MVP here this morning. Here's a shot for Trap Hill. It's too strong. The final 5 seconds. They put it up and in, and they don't get a timeout, and now they do. So now they do is that the lead's been trimmed to 2. In 2 seconds.
That last bucket, I think it's 25. Was it Cooper?
That was Cooper. You're correct. So that might be too little too late. As Independence has led the whole way, the game was tied a couple of different times. A 9-point lead on 2 different occasions was the biggest lead of the game. But now down to 2 seconds and trim the lead to 2. You almost got to get a steal under the basket.
I run the same out of bounds play if I'm Independence.
Throw the ball deep.
Throwing it deep, and yeah.
So, Maddie, wouldn't you think? My take is Alderman, if we have a most valuable player, I think it was been her. She has really been the difference and really of elevated Independence here in this game this morning.
Yeah, I think definitely her, like you said, her basketball IQ, not choosing not to just run the ball and be able to shoot it. She's definitely just held it.
They're set up for the same play. Yeah. You see, she's going to get a pick down low, and two's going to reverse out and run deep.
So now Independence is calling a timeout. I guess this is the strategy coming down the stretch. And, you say, and we say this all the time on every level, and Eric, you would agree with this, as much basketball as we watch. And, Maddie, I don't know how much you watch on television. It had to be a lot if you watch as much as Eric and I do. But one of the hardest things in basketball to do, especially nowadays, is get the ball in bounds in a situation like this.
It's very tough to do in 5 seconds.
Right.
You have to have someone that's taking it out, that's engaged in the game, knows the situation, knows how many timeouts you have, and doesn't panic.
Well, when everything else fails, if you throw the ball the length of the court, as long as you don't throw it out of bounds, you throw it toward your basket, you should be okay.
Yes.
Because if Liberty was able to run down here and catch it, and if they turn around and make a 75-footer, then they deserve to win.
That's why you don't have to throw it deep, but you just have to get it
at least
to the middle of the court.
Yeah.
The middle of the court. Watch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a reverse out.
And there they go. She's open. They throw the deep ball. It's intercepted. And the game is over. A very exciting finish. And Independence beats Trap Hill by 2 points to claim the 3rd place game here in this middle school day here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Final score, Independence 35, Trap Hill 33. Independence will finish the year at 3-16, Trap Hill at 6 and 13. We'll take a quick break, come back, we'll recap, and we'll do it coming up next here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Cam looked like he could play. He out there bouncing around. He ready to roll. We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Final score of the girls' third place game, 35-33. Independence wins it. They finished the year 3-16. Trap Hill 6-13. We're going to go inside the numbers, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night from 10 o'clock to midnight. You can call Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328 to reserve your lane. Also, inside the numbers brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. The only number that you need when you have a plumbing problem is Modley's, and that is 304-253-HELP. So we're going to go inside the numbers, and Eric, you have the numbers.
Yeah, Trap Hill came up just short, losing 35-33 to Independence, and Ava Yates led Trap Hill with 13 points, and Caden Cooper with 12. Independence had good balance. They had one in double figures as Chloe Cunningham with 10, but Chloe Moore had 8, and Bailey Alderman had 8 points, but all 8 coming in the second half, and she really controlled the game, I thought, late in the game for Independence.
And Maddie's Corner, your final take of this 2-point victory for Independence.
It was a really entertaining game from both teams. Both teams put in, effort, energy, and they both just played really hard. I just think at the end it comes down to free throws. It was only a 2-point difference, and like we mentioned before, Trap Hill shot 10 in the third quarter alone and only made 4. So I mean that 6 points that they could have made could have won them the game. But both teams overall did a great job.
Final score: Independence wins it 35-33. Our next game will be the third place game in the boys. It'll be Park and Shady, and we'll be back on in about 10 minutes. So for the heavy hitter, Nick Eskins, for our camera person, Faith Alexander, the brains of the outfit, and for Eric Thomas, Maddie Belcher, Maris Lowry, we're going to say so long for now. We'll be back in about